Next up, I think Victor Shen's going to come back up. Is that right? And talk to us more about Whittier and Parks and Recreation and volunteering opportunities here in Whittier.
Thanks, Paul. Apologies, I'm wearing a lot of different hats today. This is kind of a last-minute presentation for me, so I'm going to be flying by the seat of my pants here as we go through the slides. I was just getting kayaks ready because the school is taking some of our high schoolers kayaking tomorrow, and we're going to go practice some wet exits and rescues. I see you guys back there. You can't hide. I got kayaks all loaded up. That's why I'm soaking wet right now. Anyways, so Parks and Rec. So we have a citizen council. It's not really it's a very informal committee that we formed here in Whittier. It's called the Whittier Parks and Rec Committee, and it's usually like there are 2 to 5 of us, and many of us actually serve on many different commissions and boards and councils in Whittier. So we're pretty busy year round. So here's our mission statement, and I apologize for the small letters. Our volunteers are committed to connecting our community to the natural spaces around us through creating opportunities that inspire active lifestyles and promote health, community, and stewardship. And so if we go to the next slide here, I'm going to go through these slides and try to get you guys out in time for lunch. Who are we? So the latest rendition of this committee was formed in 2016, but I was reading some of the minutes from past city council meetings, and I think as far back as like the 1980s, we've had committees that have come and go and do work on projects in the community. And usually we have 45 members. Again, pretty small, but we're pretty active. Next slide. So some of our projects that we've worked on, we do work on projects year-round here in Whittier. So it's everything from doing trail maintenance to, we'll just start here. Here's some trail maintenance pictures. From previous years, we've had groups such as the American Hiking Society. They run a program called their Volunteer Vacations, and we bring in people from all over the country. And they come help us on our trails. And this year, when the registration opened, it filled up in 2 days. It was 15 people. I don't know what we're doing, but people want to come up to Alaska. I think it's the Alaska factor. People want to come up to Alaska. And then we also work with youth groups and stuff. Over here we have, there are cleanups and cookouts. So usually our stewardship events come with a picnic or a cookout afterward, because a lot of the times the weather is like this. And so our volunteers work really hard in horrendous conditions sometimes, and we just want to make sure that they walk away with a full belly. Maybe not dry, but at least a full belly. Speaking of cleanups, this week is our annual community cleanup week. So people can elect to participate on their own. Organizations, businesses can, get out on kind of like what Anchorage does, and we modeled it after that. And we're going to end it with a cleanup in partnership with the Prince William Sound Stewardship Foundation on Saturday. We're going to go to the head of the bay and pick up debris out there as well. There's also a lot of legacy debris, lots of scrap metal out there that we've been cleaning up as well, and just trying to make that beach more safer and more accessible for people. Next slide, please. Outdoor incentives. So the winters are pretty hard here. Winters are pretty hard in Alaska, but I think like in Whittier, the sun sets behind that mountain in November, I think, and it doesn't rise again. It doesn't hit town until late January, February even, depending on the weather. So we're in the shadow for 3 months there, and so it's it's pretty hard. And so we've been doing a lot of things to try to get people outside despite the weather and the darkness. And some of them include, a lot of them usually happen at night or in the dark because it's really dark here. And so we've done things like decorate Christmas trees and have people go out tromping in the woods and hunting for them and giving out prizes. We've done fires. Our latest one that we've done is, or not the latest, but we've done lantern trails where we bring out lanterns and light up a short loop for people to take a walk out on. And then starting last winter and this winter, we started tide pooling at night. And so all the low tides happen in the dead of winter. They happen to coincide with the evening. So we've been doing evening tide pooling. I think it's on the next slide here. Well, maybe not. Again, flying by, see my pants here, apologies. But yeah, tide pooling, we call it Bright Beaches. And that's been it's been a hit as long as the weather cooperates with us. Oh, here it is. And you can see some of our lantern trails there. And then sometimes community members will build fun things like an igloo for people to go out to. It's kind of it's just something to get out there and they go hang out in the igloo when it's blizzardy and stuff. Have a hot drink in there or something. We'll go back to the other slide. Sorry, we're jumping around a little bit. Sorry, Charla. One more. Oh, winter trail grooming. And again, trying to work with the weather as much as possible. We have a few areas around town we've been able to groom some trails to go do a multitude of winter activities on. I've seen, some days it's amazing. Some days I've been out in the morning with the groomer and I'll come back in the evening and I'll see like dog tracks, ski tracks, a bike track, and snow machine tracks all on the same trail. So it's really cool to see that diversity of trail users out there. And we have some excellent volunteers who have, helped us haul supplies up for our trail projects in the summertime. And that's the picture on the left. It's a snow machine towing a load of lumber. And then on the right picture, that's our homemade trail groomer. It looks kind of like a few steps above a wooden pallet, but it's been working really well for the last 5 years. Next slide, please. And let's go back and forward some more. And something we've been doing, we've been reviving this. Many years ago, people would flood the basketball court and other parts of town for ice skating. And we've been trying to do that again the last few winters. And here's the basketball court that we flooded for ice skating. And then this winter, the parking lot in the harbor actually, if the conditions are right, it freezes and it turns into grade A ice from the harbor master all the way to the boat launch ramp. And we've done some pickup hockey games out there. But again, we have to just kind of keep watching for that weather there. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures. Yeah, next slide there. And then we have some mini projects we do as well. And most of them are grassroots, like even more grassroots than we are right now. And we get friends together and like, hey, let's meet up at 6 a.m. and do some trail work, which is that picture in the middle. That's actually 7 a.m. One of our excellent volunteers said, hey, let's go get up at 6 a.m. and do some brushing on the trail. And there we are before work. And then we'll do some other fun summer stuff. Like this is our swim club. I think on Tuesdays, we after work we get together and just go for a little dip in Smitty's Cove. Oh, and then coming up, we have a few events coming up. That you have that cleanup, but also on the solstice, we put on a cardboard boat race. So the premise here is teams get together, they get cardboard and duct tape, and they build some sort of vessel, and we race it in the harbor. You feel free you can get on our Facebook page, Whittier Parks and Recreation, and look up Whittier Wishwash, and I don't remember how many teams we have, but every year it seems like there's more, and the boats are getting more creative. So if you like boating, you like creating things and you just like a little bit of mayhem, this is a great one to come to. There's usually, and you know, the boats are made of cardboard, so there's going to be some sinkings and just more chaos out there. But it's a great time. The whole harbor, the harborfront there, the walk there, was just crowded with people last year, and it's pretty fun listening to people, like cheering people on. And we also have, adult teams, but we've also started having a few youth teams get in there as well. So, June 21st, if you're around, you can put a team together. Oops, sorry. Community garden, we have more volunteers in town have been implementing a community garden. It's really hard to garden here. It rains a lot, and we don't have to worry about, most of the time we don't have to worry about getting our plants watered. We just have to worry about getting them flooded or floating away. And education. We also do a little bit of education too. Every fall, we do a wellness week where we work with the community, and or month. This year was a wellness month, and we just talked about general health and physical health and mental health here in Whittier, because again, wintertime with Alaska and Whittier, being in Whittier is tough. So, okay, let's see what else. And where's our challenges here. Weather is always a challenge. We always tell them a lot of events happen, rain or shine. If we waited for good weather, we would never do anything. Nothing would ever happen. We have, unique land ownership, a mosaic of land ownership around Whittier. Tunnel times, getting people in. We have a lot of volunteers kind of give us a call. I'm like, hey, how does that tunnel work there? We're like, it's just a schedule. It's not that complicated, but I think a lot of people who've never been here we find they're intimidated by it. And our small volunteer base, volunteerism is in general decline across the country, and then in Whittier it's even more so because everyone in Whittier in the summertime has like 3 or 4 jobs at the same time. That's okay. Thanks, Tom. And again, we're all volunteer. There's no one here staffed, no staff paid positions. And again, we're a small committee, just 3 to 5 people, and everyone on there already serves on 2 or 3 other boards and commissions. And we have partnerships with, again, Alaska Trails, the Prince William Sound Stewardship Foundation, American Hiking Society, KMTA, some youth groups, Overland Adventures, the Outdoor Adventure Summer Camp, Dive Alaska, and various local businesses. So, okay. We can skip that there. I'll skip that. Any questions? Thanks, Paul. Maybe you do the questions here.
And maybe after, during lunch, you'll be around for lunch to answer questions?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay, yeah, Victor will be around for questions between loading and kayak. So good luck kayaking tomorrow.